Good afternoon. This is MemphisWeather.net meteorologist Erik Proseus. It is Sunday afternoon. I'm recording this about 2:30 on Sunday. It's the last day of November, and I hope everyone's had a good weekend, that you've had some days off to enjoy with family and friends for the Thanksgiving holiday. I know we had plenty of food, plenty of family. It's been a great 4 days or so. Back to the work week this week, though, and so we're going to use this opportunity to kind of walk you through the week ahead and talk about the first week of December. We've got some pretty good weather to talk about and some warm weather this weekend, and it's going to get cool to start off the week, but then it looks like we might warm right back up. And I know starting next weekend, a lot of holiday activities. Memphis Marathon is Saturday morning. Christmas parades and so forth kick off this weekend, and so we'll just talk a little bit about a big front that's coming through tomorrow and then walk right into next weekend. So I'm starting off here by showing you the current situation as far as temperatures are concerned. This is as of 1 o'clock this afternoon, and you can see the feature of interest for the next 24 to 36 hours is showing up pretty nicely here. This is an Arctic cold front that is situated right across the middle portion of the country, and you see a very big temperature discrepancy across that front. This afternoon down here in the Mid-South, we're up around 70 degrees, very gusty southerly winds out ahead of this front. There's pretty good high pressure sitting off of the southeastern U.S. coast, and as this front gets closer, another major Arctic high-pressure system situated behind it, so we're kind of jammed in between these systems, and that's created quite a bit of wind for us this weekend. Christmas decorations flying around and all kinds of other interesting things. So definitely something we've heard quite a bit about from you guys out there, that you're ready for the wind machine to get shut off. As this front gets closer, though, we will see the wind change, maybe not necessarily drop off quite so much, but this is going to bring some cold wind behind that front. Let's take a look at a pretty cool tool that we've got here that I like to use once in a while. It kind of demonstrates the exact situation we've got. This is the wind map, and it is available to anybody who wants to take a look at it. Just search wind map on Google, and if you've got a Chrome browser, it shows up best. The little green circle down here in the bottom is where Memphis is, and what this is showing is basically the current wind situation this afternoon, and the front from the Great Lakes right down through the plains and then back up into the Rockies is very well shown by this wind map. You can see strong southerly winds, south-southwesterly winds out ahead of it, and then look at the strong northerly winds pouring in behind that front. So pretty neat tool to kind of show where the where fronts are located and so forth. If there's ever a hurricane around or something, it's a good one to bring up for that too. Here's a picture of the surface map, and we're going to walk right through the next couple of days. This is as of midnight tonight. Now that front is going to be pushing down towards the south. We're going to stay warm through the evening hours. It'll remain gusty with winds up out of the south at about 25 to 30 miles an hour. But as this front gets closer, at midnight it'll be pushing down towards the Missouri Boot Heel into northern Arkansas, and there is some rain along this front. I'm going to go down to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. You'll see that the front is basically just about right over the Memphis Metro at about 6 or 7 tomorrow morning. Again, rain is expected right along and behind that front mainly. And you see up on the back side of that rain, there's a little bit of pink in there, and that's showing a chance of some light icing occurring. As this high pressure pushes in, very cold air is going to intercept that lighter precip on the back side of it, and so the Ozarks up through southern Missouri could get a little bit of light freezing rain tomorrow morning. As we go through the day tomorrow, this is midday at noon. That front will be just to our south. Looks like the icing is going to stay up well to our north. I'm really not expecting that to be a problem here directly in the Memphis Metro, but that's just an indicator of how cold this air is coming behind the front. And then going into 6 p.m. tomorrow night, most of the rain is going to shift off to the east. Some light lingering precip possible into the evening hours tomorrow night, and then we'll take it right out until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. The rain itself will be gone from the area. High pressure is building in, although the core of that high is shifting off to the east rather than down to the south, but still a pretty good area of high pressure over the southern plains. That front is going to kind of stall out just to our south across central Alabama and down into Mississippi. Let's take a look then at the precip chances for the next 24 hours or so, and we're going to go right through this. So this is this afternoon into this evening. The 32-degree line, the freezing line, is the red line right through here, so down to about St. Louis by 6 o'clock this evening. Still dry here in the Mid-South as that front makes its approach. This is up to about midnight, and you see the rain is kind of starting to organize right along where that frontal boundary is located, and those cold temperatures pushing in right behind it. As we fast forward here to 6 a.m. Monday, This is where our rain chances come in. I really don't expect too much rain overnight tonight until that front gets pretty close. So probably not looking for much in the way of rain chances until about after about 3 or so tomorrow morning. I do expect a band of showers to move through with that front, which we're expecting right now around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then as we go into the morning hours, we'll see those rain chances, light rain, linger across the area. The blue line right here is the 35-degree line, and you see by noon that 35 line is down just about to Tipton County. So not necessarily freezing precipitation. We're not expecting, again, any snow or ice with this. The levels just above the surface are going to remain pretty warm, and so it's going to be too warm for snow, too warm for sleet. We would have to get down right to 32 at the surface to get a little light freezing rain, and I don't think we're going to quite get there. As we go through the afternoon, just some light smatterings of rain around the area. Not a washout, but we can't rule out a light shower or some mist or drizzle throughout the day tomorrow. And it looks like that's going to taper off as we go through the overnight hours Monday night. This is Tuesday morning at 6. You see the freezing line remains to our north, according to this model, and I do agree with it. Looks like we're going to stay above freezing on Monday night, so no threat right now anyway of seeing any of the roads freeze over or anything like that. But it will be cold, and then as we go into Tuesday, that rain pretty much falls apart. Temperatures warm up just a little bit. It's still going to be quite cool on Tuesday behind this front. Let's shift over now and watch this front in action as far as the temperatures are concerned. So this is as of this morning, actually. I'm going to pick it up just a little bit and pull it up to the current time. So that is 1 o'clock. There's about 2 o'clock. You can see the front very well defined through St. Louis, right down into the Ozarks and into Oklahoma. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in play so you can see 70-degree temperatures out ahead of it, 15, 20, 25 degrees back behind it, and we'll just let that walk right on through. And you see no doubt where that front is. It drops south and moves right through the Memphis metro about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and you'll see those temperatures fall off from about 60 down to about 40 in a matter of just a few hours, and then we kind of sit in the upper 30s to around 40 during most of the afternoon hours tomorrow. This is going to be an upside down day tomorrow. The high temperature is going to occur at midnight. We'll see temperatures fall throughout the morning hours and then sit in probably the upper half of the 30s during the day tomorrow. That front washes out, or actually stalls out to our south overnight on Monday night. So here's a look at temperatures going forward throughout the week, and this is again just kind of a snapshot of about what those temperatures might be. We don't look at this for necessarily specific temperatures, but it does give us an idea of trends going forward, and this goes out 2 weeks. I'm not going to pay any attention to anything past week 1 here because that's just too far out. The model will flip-flop back and forth on that week 2 period quite a bit between now and then, but it does look like once that front moves through, it's actually going to pull back to the north a little bit. We'll go back into a little bit warmer air on the south side of that by midweek, so we see the temperatures falling off. I think Tuesday's temperature actually too warm here. 56 is going to be a little bit warm. I'll show you my forecast here in a second. But for Monday, this 64 for the high is actually going to be at midnight. We'll see temperatures fall throughout the day tomorrow. Then by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think we're back up into maybe the lower 60s, 60 to lower 60s, with lows actually going to stay up there as well. It looks like we could have some rain chances off and on this week. That front is going to stall out just to our north, and we'll get some impulses moving through the area that'll bring chances of showers during the week. As we head towards next weekend, this has got mid-60s on Saturday and Sunday. That might be a little bit high, but we'll keep an eye on that. But it does indicate that we aren't going to have to worry about any freezing temperatures for the next week. In fact, overnight lows rather mild as well, with those clouds and maybe some precipitation around. Right now, my forecast from MemphisWeather.net here is for a chance of showers tonight after midnight. I think most of those actually closer to dawn tomorrow. The overnight low around 50, and that 50 is going to happen right before that front comes through, or just behind it around 6, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. The high temperature tomorrow is going to be the same, 50 degrees early in the day. Temperatures falling into the 30s by afternoon. We're looking at light rain likely throughout much of the day. Those winds are going to die off overnight tonight, but then pick right back up behind the front tomorrow. Not as gusty as today, but north winds at 15 with temperatures in the 30s tomorrow afternoon means wind chills will be down in the 20s. It's going to feel somewhere around 30 to 40 degrees colder tomorrow afternoon than it does this afternoon, just because of those temperatures and wind. So be ready for that. You need to bundle up tomorrow morning when you head out, even if you don't need the big coat in the morning. By afternoon, you're definitely going to need it. Chance of light rain lingers until Monday night. Into Monday night, just a 50-50 chance. The low 35, we're going to stay above freezing on Monday night. Tuesday, partly sunny, highs near 50. And then as we warm back up, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, upper 50s to lower 60s. Well, low temperatures well above freezing. I think we got another decent chance of showers, maybe late Thursday into Friday. Hopefully that all moves out by Saturday. I have a chance of rain still in the forecast. Models are still a little bit in disagreement about how to handle next Saturday. I think the one thing we are not concerned about, though, is freezing temperatures. If you're running the Memphis Marathon Saturday morning, we could have some rain or sprinkles, scattered showers around the area. Temperatures, though, should be in the upper 40s to near 50 for the race, and near 60 for the high next Saturday as our first guess a week out. Not too bad for Christmas parades and so forth. I don't think anybody's going to be sitting out there and freezing to death. So that is a look at this week ahead. I hope that gives you a good idea of how to plan. We'll keep you updated on MemphisWeather.net through our Twitter and Facebook pages as well with any of the latest updates. Certainly check out the forecast page here, or check out our mobile apps for the latest forecast information. We update that twice a day throughout the week. And I'll also remind you that tomorrow is Cyber Monday. Black Friday just concluded, and we do have a sale right now on our MemphisWeather.net Stormwatch Plus severe weather alerts. So if you have our mobile app, be sure to get the Stormwatch Plus severe weather alerts added to your app at $4.99 this weekend. That is about almost nearly 40% off of our normal price on that. That's going to run through midnight on tomorrow night, on Monday. So hope you'll check that out and be prepared for severe weather should we get that. It looks like this week, though, we're going to be in pretty good shape. From MemphisWeather.net, I'm meteorologist Erik Proseus.